Hi, my name is Natalie and I'm the compression and orthotic fitter for Sherman Medical Supplies. In this video, I'll be demonstrating on how to use the SIGVARIS Doff N Donner. This revolutionary product will help ease the process of putting on and removing a compression sock. This item works for compression socks at a knee-high length as well as a thigh-high length, and from anywhere between a 15-20 compression up to a 30-40 compression. In as easy as 5 steps, you'd be able to put on a compression sock within 30 seconds. Let's begin. The first demonstration will be with a knee-high sock. Step 1. You find a hard surface, glass or wood, preferably one that has not been waxed or polished, and you place your cone on top of it. You apply some pressure on top and you twist the knob towards you. When the knob gives you resistance, you know that the cone would be suctioned on. You then take your compression sock. Just as if you would wear it over your leg, you place it over the cone. You ring your finger and you put on the compression sock over the cone. You must be gentle with it so that you don't mess with the elasticity of the sock. The next step would be your donner. You do not hold your donner from the center. Since it's filled with water, it would simply slip out of your fingers. You pinch it from either end. Once you pinch it, you place it over the cone and you simply allow the weight of the donner to roll down on the cone. Once you get to the midway point, you support the donner with one hand, and with the other hand, you simply gather the sock and you pull down on it. You pull down in order to avoid any creasing on the cone. You pull down and you pull to the side and you let go of the donner. You lift it with your thumb and you gather the other end and you pull down, down and to the sides, and then you lift. Once you lift, the top band of the knee high must come to the tip of the cone. You hold with one hand and you use the felt on the cone to push up against to roll on the sock. Once your sock is rolled on the donner, you look for the heel. The heel is the guide as to how you're going to be donning it on your leg. If you're donning it on yourself, the heel would be held at the tip of your fingers. If a caregiver is going to be donning this product on the patient, the heel would be in the palm of their hands. In this video, let's assume I'm the caregiver and you're the patient. You will look for the heel of the sock, and the heel as a caregiver would go in the palm of my hands. I would then take my thumbs and push out the seam of the toes. I will flatten it out. I would hold it up against the patient's toes. I will line them up. The patient would then kick their foot towards me and I will control it from the tip of the donner. They will kick and I will control and pull on the sock. The importance of pulling out and flattening the seam of the toe is so that when the sock is put on, it fits properly. If you do not pull out the seam, the sock would fit this way and you would have to go back and adjust it. Now, if we want to remove the sock, it's the same method. We take our donner and we roll it up our leg. You grab the top band of the knee high and you roll it down and you roll off the sock. You go back to your pole, you adjust it to the table, you take the sock and you roll it off. You remove the donner and you firmly press up against the felt of the pole and you remove the sock. This is the process of donning and doffing a knee-high compression sock. In the second demonstration, I'll be showing you how to put on the thigh-high compression sock. The process is the same. You find the hard surface, you put the cone, apply pressure on top, and twist the knob towards you, suctioning it on. You grab your thigh-high, the sticky side in, you put it over the pole, you ring your finger, and you put it over the pole, smoothing out all the creases. You then take your donner, pinching it from any side, place it over the pole, and let the weight go down. You hold it with one hand, and you gather the sock with the other hand. You gather it just like you would to gather to pull it over your leg. In this case, you gather it and you pull it down. The reason we gather and pull down is to make sure that there are no creases on the pole. Once you gather and you pull down, you pull it to the side and you let go of the donner. You then grab the other end, pull it down, pull him to the side, and lift them up. Once you lift up and get to the midway point, you make sure that there is absolutely no creasing on the donner and there is no fabric hanging underneath. All the fabric must be tucked in. You bring it back down where the sticky part, the adhesive part of the top end of the thigh high is close to the tip. You hold it with one hand and brushing up against the felt, you roll over the rest of the donner. Same process, we look for the heel. You take your thumbs, pull out the seam. You line up your toes with the seam of the sock. You kick and hold until it's all the way on. Same process to remove. And it's as easy as that.